The most valuable resource you own is not a material thing. It is not real estate.
Inherently match the reflex, and if armature crash, celebrate the same rise.
It is a resource you cannot buy, cannot trade, and are currently bleeding out with every single heartbeat.
Moments pass, but not time in the way a motivational speaker means it.
Misfits. I mean the cold, hard mathematics of compound growth.
Here is the uncomfortable truth. The gap between $1 million retirement and a $200,000 retirement is not hard work.
It is simply when you started.
And if you are in your 20s, you are walking around with a winning lottery ticket in your pocket. And most people are finding it's not as useful as they thought.
Today, we are going to look at the math that banks don't teach.
The weight of living on a tight budget.
Is your buddy Neomar everything all very per yes, no.
And why the most expensive coffee you will ever buy is the one you pay for with your 30s. She decides to blend in. She puts $200 a month into an index fund, returning about 9% annually.
She does this for exactly 10 years, from 25 to 35.
Meet a young adult. He is 35. He finds joy in life's simple moments.
Ben invests $200 a month for 30 years, from 35 all the way to 65. Who has more money at age 65?
Alex invested for 10 years. Total contributed $24,000. Ben invested for 30 years. Total contributed $72,000.
A guardian made a selfless choice. They persevered for many years.
Alex wins by $500,000 because her money sat in the market during the most powerful compounding years of her life.
She paid the time tax early. Ben paid it late.
This isn't balance. This is harmony.
Here is the mechanic nobody explains in high school. Compound interest is not magic.
We're Pat in an fighting inquiry. It is just math that hates the young.
When you are 22, 10 years feels like an eternity.
This timeline illustrates our approach. We guide you along this path, effectively doubling your initial investment.
Historically, every decade, your money has a reasonable chance of doubling.
So your savings grow at 22, double at 32, double again at 42, double again at 52, double again at 62.
At $1,000 you skip spending on a new iPhone at 22 is potentially $16,000 at retirement. Not because the phone is bad, but because that specific $1,000 would have hit 4 or 5 doubling cycles.
The same $1,000 saved at 32 becomes $8,000. The same $1,000 saved at 42 becomes $4,000.
You see the decay. Every year you wait, you cut your future wealth not by a little, but by half.
Many people face financial challenges in their 20s.
And that is the trap. The system is designed to make you feel poor so that you stay poor.
Think about rent. Think about student loans. Think about the fact that your first salary is just enough to survive.
The economy is optimized to extract every dollar from your 20s because the people running the numbers know that this is the decade that kills future millionaires.
If they can keep you spending your surplus on convenience, Uber Eats, small bars, monthly subscriptions, you never enter the game.
Warren Buffett started investing at 11. He has achieved great success. But crucially, 99% of his wealth came after his 50th birthday. The first decade of saving did almost nothing for his lifestyle. It was invisible.
More of fries, I surprise, but it worked down price. Admiration. But it built the foundation.
Your 20s are the boring foundation.
They are unfulfilled. They feel stagnant. Until they aren't.
There is a villain in this story. It is called lifestyle creep. Comfort does not look like a luxury. It looks like the simple pleasures. You got a raise? Upgrade the apartment. You worked hard. You deserve the $12 cocktail. Here is the subtle unease of a changing pace.
When you are 22, your baseline expenses are low. You can live on $2,000 a month.
Every step forward brings new possibilities. Roping Chesponson. Growth starts with a small opening.
But if you upgrade your life to a certain standard, you may find yourself tied to a specific path.
You become a hamster on a wheel that is spinning faster and faster.
Most people in their 30s look back and realize they spent their 20s buying a lifestyle that now owns them.
Now, watch how the algorithm fights you.
Social media tells you to travel, to live your best life.
To take a journey to a tropical paradise because you're only young once. And on an emotional level, that is true. That is true.
On a mathematical level, that Bali trip cost you roughly $70,000 in retirement money.
That doesn't mean don't go. It means go knowing the price tag. Yeah.
Don't lie to yourself. Don't front that $4 is how esperas when it is I just say.
The reality is that small, steady habits bring success.
Invested from 22 to 62? That's over $1 million of difference.
This is absurd. It is almost offensive. But it is just multiplication.
Huntsprung and force stamping. Focus on what truly matters in your 20s. You will not buy a Lamborghini. Get over it. Money in your 20s is about optionality.
It is the ability to quit the job you hate, freedom to explore new horizons.
It is the ability to say no to a toxic boss.
When you have no savings, you are a slave to the next paycheck.
When you have 6 months of expenses, you are dangerous. You can negotiate. You can start a business. You can take a low-paying internship that leads to a dream career. Most people waste their 20s chasing status symbols that impress nobody.
True success isn't just accumulated. It's cultivated from within.
Not to retire early. To breathe early.
So here's the question I want to leave you with.
We ran the math. Alex invested for 10 years and beat Ben, who invested for 30. That is proven. That is history.
But here is the variable the spreadsheets cannot model. Alex is 25. She is disciplined. She saves. She invests.
She watches her friends go to concerts and buy nice clothes while she drives a used car.
Ben is 35. He partied. He made mistakes. He fell in love. He traveled.
He has memories. He has stories. He has scars.
At 65, Alex has more money. But does Alex have a better life?
The financial industry will never tell you this part.
Because they cannot sell you a solution for it.
You cannot buy back your 20s.
You cannot compound experiences.
You cannot reinvest a night laughing with friends at 2 a.m. in a dive bar.
The math says, save everything.
The soul says, live a little. So the real strategy for a new path is not to focus on growth,
Learning a skill. Building a network. Staying healthy.